Welcome Princeps, and we are back with another Adeptus Titanicus battle report, and it's our first one since the Legio walks, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Yeah, been looking forward to getting back and doing some reps. So Steve's back, and we're carrying on with our objective-based alternative match play games, chucking a few of them out, and so Steve's going to tell you about his list. Oh, it's 1,500 points.
Yeah.
Yep, and yeah.
Okay, so I have got an endearing love now for the Lupercal Manifold after the Legio Walks event, so that's what I've taken today. So I've gone for a full Lupercal with 5 Warhounds, 2 of which have double turbo laser destructors, 2 of which have heavy bolter and plasma gun, and 1 has a heavy bolter and a Inferno cannon gun thing. I've given them all enhanced all spexes, and in addition I have a support banner of 4 Cerastus Knight Lancers, and that's just shy of 1460 that comes to.
1460. What's your Princeps trait, buddy?
I have taken the one that I've suddenly forgotten the name of. It's the Gryphonicus specific one that allows me to re-roll all failed hits against my target of chosen opportunity rather than just ones.
Handy. What was he armed with? Has he got?
And he's one of the
just thinking
ones with the turbo laser destructors.
Okay, so he's got some good range, re-roll hits. Yeah, it's not a bad combination. I'm trying to find that trait name because I don't know what it is myself.
Why didn't you talk about yours?
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm running a Corsair maniple, demi maniple of 3 Reavers. I have my Princeps with 2 melter cannons and carapace Vulcans. I've got another Reaver with carapace Apox, laser blaster and a volcano cannon. And then my third one has Gatling. I've gone for the Reaver Fist instead of the chain. The chain I think is more efficient, but let's go with the Fist. And I've got the lasers on top for the carapace, just to give us some extra strength from shooting. Then in support, I've got 3 Questoris, 2 with the fusions, melters, and the little melter guns as well, and 1 with the bout cannon, and they've all got close combat weapon. That was more as a points filler, that unit, and the reason for that is I've taken 2 Acastus Knights. So post FAQ, the way you can take them is different. So you can only take 1 support Acastus banner, and there can be no more than 2, which is already good. I'm quite happy with that. Their actual rules are exactly the same, but you can't have as many, and they cost a lot more. So I think, what's that, 350 points for the 2, if I've got that right.
I think it's a good change.
It is a good change. It's a welcome change. I think everyone's very happy about it, and we actually weren't that fussed about using them in games or sporadically, but obviously with an FAQ out, you know, it changes the dynamics of building my list. You know, I would have been able to have 2 of them, and instead of the Questoris, I could have had more Acastus. I could have had another Reaver. So yeah, it's good. It is limiting, but we'll see how that goes today with the size of my list. So they're the Acastus, and that's it. So my Princeps is the Reaver with the melt cannons, and he's got the trait that gives you +1 to repair rolls. And guess what? I can't remember what it's called either.
So professional. Well, I found mine. Mine was called Hunter Without Equal.
There you go. So Steve's is Hunter Without Equal, and let's find mine. Let's do it. Let's do it properly. So talk about something, Steve.
Okay.
Talk about something about Titans.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to go forge ahead and do my Legio Audax, which is why I'm loving the Warhound and want to get my Lupercal on. I know they've got their own specific maniple, but it's kind of like a little test.
So you heard that here first. We're getting Audax on the channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just another 5 Warhounds essentially, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the G-Dubs to release the Ursus claws. I'm not sure they're going to be a whole set, like with a Warhound on it, or if they're going to be individually bought. I'm not sure. So I'm going to wait until they've released, or at least pre-order something before I decide how to buy them. So a little while yet. Plus I've got to paint my Warbringer, which is coming along nicely for Gryphonicus.
We have a Warbringer and we have a Psi Titan to come to the channel, which is awesome, and a little secret project I'm working on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I know the secret project?
Yeah, you know it.
Do
I think a lot of people
have
know.
I just forgotten it?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, the new Legio.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. Ah, so here you go. After all that ramble, devoted servant of the machine. So I get +1 to my repair dice, and you'll see why I picked that when the game starts. All good?
All good.
All good. Right. Okay. 1,500 points. We've got our own objective style match play game. We're going to deploy, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Okay, so we have deployed, and let's go over the mission. So if you watched our last battle rep, we played a 6 objective style one, and we rolled off to see which objectives each player was going for. In this one we have something kind of similar, but a little bit different. Okay, so in the centre we have one objective, and then to the left and right, 10 inches away from the battlefield edge, we have 2 more. So there's 3 objectives. Now we're playing with the, I'm going to call it the Sanders chart from now on, which is the percentage of kills for points, and then the objectives are a secondary objective. Now one of these objectives is worth 10 bonus points, but we do not know which one it is. So in order to find out, during the end phase of any turn, if you have a unit within 3 inches of an objective, you can roll for it, and if you get the same roll as the number on the objective, then it is the one you want, and that is worth 10, and whoever holds that at the end scores 10. If you roll and it isn't that objective, it explodes and disappears, and then it will leave you with 2, so on, until you find out which one it is. Now, a contested objective is if you have 2 units of opposing forces within 3 inches, and I've decided that if the scale of the unit is half of the other unit, so if say a Warhound and some Questoris were within 3 inches, the Questoris I think is scale 3, yep, and Warhound is scale 6, the Questoris would not be able to contest the Warhound. If we had Acastus, which are scale 5, and a Warlord, they would not be able to contest a Warlord, but they could contest a Reaver, being at scale 8. Okay, so that's the mission. I hope that all makes sense. And here's our deployment. So we have a standoff deployment, which is the triangle corners. And let's start off with Steve. So as you can see, not a lot going on here.
No, I've let the dogs out on the left flank.
He has a whole hunting pack all on this flank. Okay, and the Cerastus, they're off the table. Steve has played 2 strategy points, yep, for outflank straight away. So we'll see where they come on. Okay, my deployment on my left flank, I have my Princeps and the close combat style Reaver with the fist on the left flank. Holding a centre-ish position, I have the 2 dreaded Acastus, and then I have my range style Reaper Reaver and my Questoris. So that's the mission. That's deployment. Ready to roll for first turn?
Indeed.
Okay. Here we go. First player. I got a 5.
Oh.
Steve's got a 4. Do I want to go first? Alright. I'll have a think and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I have decided to be the first player, and let's have a look at these hounds quickly, because you'll see they've got these funny little dice on them. Now each one of those coloured dice corresponds to their honour jewel targets.
Glory, yeah.
And you can see he's picked out all my Reavers, I guess.
It has to be a Titan, so
right.
I
okay,
couldn't pick the Cerastus or sorry, the Acastus, sadly.
Okay, so that's the Gryphonicus thing. So all the time they're firing at their target and no one else does, they can re-roll
ones.
And
the Princeps you can re-roll any dice.
Every damn dice. Okay, so I'm going to be first player we're going to go into strats and orders. Okay, so strats and orders are done. Steve has also squadroned with his Lupercal trait. These three?
Yeah.
And those two?
Correct.
Okay, so they are squadrons for this turn. Steve did no orders.
That's correct.
Okay. I played a new stratagem from the book.
Shadow 9.
Shadow 9, yeah. Augmented Servitor Clades, and that is on this guy here on my Princeps. And so he's got the +1 to a single repair dice. He now has +1 to his Servitor Clades, which does not apply for emergency repairs. So emergency repairs, he's rolling 3, +1 to a dice. In the repair phase, he's rolling 4 dice, +1 to a dice. So the whole idea of that combination is to try and keep him alive, because he's got some good guns. But he's quite far away from everything. So that was that strat. Steve has dropped Blind Barrage on my Acastus. He does not want these guys doing what they do. You can probably also see that they've got a cheeky split fire order, just to give them a +1 ballistic skill. Full stride on the fisty guy. And I've got first fire on my ranged Reaver here. So that's the strats and orders. We're going to go into the movement phase. Okay, beginning of the movement phase, a little cut in here. Firstly, let's announce the Auspex readings, which is the Acastus, funnily enough, on this flank, which I kind of suspected with the over heavy flank from these guys here. So, cunning. Right, so that is that. I'm going to start off with my first fire, and I'm going to drop 5 missiles on Canis Canem with the plasma there. 5 shots, getting +1 to hit at this range. And we have, oh, look at that.
4.
Nice little engine kill dice. Okay, so 4 hits.
Okay.
Oh, it's dropped 2. So Steve made a error. I was quite happy for him to actually shuffle it around, but he was like, no, it's done. They weren't touching bases, so he did not merge shields and decided not to push. Okay, that was my first fire. We're going to do the rest of our moves and give you an overview. Okay, movement phase overview. So you saw the Acastus that have been picked up on my Auspex, and we saw the first fire dropped a few shields. Other than that, my Questoris are hugging these containers here, laying in wait for these hounds that are moving up. So Steve's pushed up here. It's going to try and turn over that objective, see if it's the one for 10 points that he needs to hold or help for a victory. His mate's pushed up behind him and hugging there for shields. So which one rolled a 2? The first one?
Sadly, that Muppet managed to double reactor heat on his push forward, so he's already in the orange.
So Infernum is already running hot.
He's living up to his name already, yeah.
Okay, so the other hound in that squadron is just pressing up.
That's the guy that took some shield damage in the first fire, so I've just put him into some cover, try and get some shields back. I don't think he's got a shot this turn anyway. And
then these two at the range, bearing down, coming around this building here. Put some pressure on this Reaver that I've just decided to bound out. Acastus just pushing up. They're going to try and probably just hold a central position because you know they probably can. And then my Princeps is just kind of hugging this corner, knowing full well that somewhere these Cerastus have got to pop up on this side, and I don't want them getting around behind me. So that's the movement phase. We're going to do some repairs. There won't be much to do. We'll tell you what's going on with that Warhound, I think. That could be bad. In fact, we could just do that now, couldn't we?
I am concerned.
He is concerned. Okay, go on.
Okay. So, right in the orange, it's a D6.
It's a D6, yeah.
Okay, it's a 5. So, power failure. That's not ideal.
Voids down?
Voids down.
Okay, voids have collapsed.
Okay.
Okay, with a Reaver right here. I know it's slightly out of order because I'm the first player, but I haven't really got much to do, so...
yeah.
So you still make your repair rolls, don't you?
Yeah, we can. Should we do that now?
Yeah, might as well do it. Let's see what happens to it.
Oh, that was actually...
Absolutely nothing. So I think the only other one I've got really was I pushed for heat for this guy. So let's just see if I can get that down. And I think that's all the repair rolls we've got to make. So I've got 1/6 there, which is enough. And as you all know, repair in the first round is often not much to do. but unfortunately for Steve.
Oh, I've got some
He's in
shields to
trouble.
roll for, sorry, on this guy. Do you do that quick?
Yeah, we might as well. It's the only thing.
Nah.
Nah. So some heat, but you can't do that. Okay, so movement and repairs done. We're going to go into the combat phase. So I'm going to start off with my Acastus, and this one can't see, but this one can. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to aim for the guy at the back here. Either one would be -1 to hit from cover, either way, from where I am. But I'm going to go for this guy. So I am blind barraged, so it's -2, plus the -1 from the cover. My ballistic skill is 3+, because I got the dirty order off. I haven't changed that. So it's 6s, basically. So firing with the missiles, the rapid won't count, because I need 6s, and I've got nothing. Okay, so I've got the magma cannons, which is 4. Right, here we go. Template central. So this bit always takes some time. So if you can cover it over.
Both, Chris?
Yeah, and I'll roll to hit, and we'll probably do the scatters off cam, because they're probably all going to scatter. Cock, nice. Yeah, okay. So we've got 4 scatters to do, and we'll come back to you after we've done them. So scatters rolled, didn't get any on these guys at all, but 1 stray shot did land on this guy. Unlucky. So 1 void save.
Yeah, 4 up. Brilliant.
Void down?
Void's down.
Void's down now on this hound and this hound. Okay, so that was the Acastus doing Acastus things, even with blind barrage. I mean, it wasn't massive, but it definitely helped, especially 2 hounds without shields. That was my first activation. Okay, Steve's activation. He's so he's going to coordinate strike with these 2 guys. I mean, this guy's not going to get involved at all with anything, is he, really?
He's going to chill.
He's going to chill. So these guys are going to coordinate strike down range on my Questoris, and this guy is poking out enough that Steve can see. So he's -2s across the board. You've got 1 bolter in range.
Yeah, 1 bolter on this guy, and the plasma gun on this guy.
Yeah.
Bolter's just out on this one.
Okay,
So,
where do you want to start?
I'll start with the. Well, why not? We'll start with the plasma. So these will be 5s. I'll pop
Stick
a
it on
bulky around
roll.
his noggin.
Yeah.
That is 2 misses.
Okay, scatter up.
Scatter it up. Should have been more organised with my scatter dice. Okay, numero 1 is
2.
actually.
So 1.5 inch template.
Might clip you. Yep.
Got 1.
Got 1. And the second one is
2.
Same. So 2 hits.
So 2 hits. Strength 9.
Plus 2 for coordinated strike.
Plus, it's Lupercal, isn't it?
Lupercal.
Oh yeah. So strength 10.
You have 10.
Okay.
Should have maximal, shouldn't I?
You might be fine. I don't think I'm going to get any saves with that. At strength 10, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
So.
There we go then.
Oh!
The luck continues.
It's going to be one of those.
Heavy bolter then from this fella.
Yeah.
That's 6 shots. Hit
Yeah.
on 5s.
Yeah. So you
we
will
can-
get the rapid
we'll
trait
get
on this.
rapid. And I've gone and lost my other dice.
Oh, ka-ting.
Ting! As you can see, it's already firing, knocking shots off. Borrow one of your dice.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Top. Okay, 5s. Oh, okay. So that is 6,
7?
7 hits.
7 hits. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So strength 4.
Yep. Strength. What like strike?
Oh, strength. It's +2, isn't it? So strength 6. So let's have a look on here. 2 to 3 knights.
That is correct, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've got a 4 plus save times 7. Okay. Oh dear, I made 3.
Okay.
I lost 3. So damage up, 3 dice.
Is it to the armor roller though that the dice is +2 is applied?
It is, yeah. Oh, it's not the damage. Yeah, so
Yeah.
correct.
So what did you?
So yeah, sorry, it isn't strength. It's the armor roll. So yeah, 2 to 3 knights, strength 4. It's exactly the same, I think.
Okay, but that's your dice
2 to
roll.
3 knights, strength 1 to 6 is a 4-up save.
Okay,
so
you
it's exactly
failed,
the same.
So you failed 3 then.
I
which
failed
is-
3.
Right, so these are at strength 6 now.
No, effectively, yes.
Yeah, effectively. Okay.
Okay.
So a 9.
A 9 and a 12.
12.
Okay, so a 9 is a direct and a 12 is a direct. So 2 pips off the Questoris here.
A little bit of a shame about the old plasma gun.
Yeah. That was that squadron activated, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the other guy's again just
He's out of it.
just worrying about his shields at the back.
That he doesn't have.
He doesn't have any.
Okay, so my activation. Okay, going with my Reaver downrange at this guy Infernus.
Infernum.
And that guy. So he's got no shields, but he's going to merge up with this guy. He may not. Let's see.
We'll see.
So missiles -2 from the cover. They're too close for any bonuses. That was not a hit. So 2 hits.
I will indeed share shields.
You'll share shields.
I'm not going to push. And saved.
2 saves. Okay, I will go with the lasers. They're going to need 4. They're going to need 6s anyway. So I don't think I'll bother shield baning. I don't like my chances. So I got 1 hit.
Okay. So 4 up. That was a 3 up. Sorry, but you didn't shield bane, wasn't it?
I did not shield bane.
No,
so it was 3 up.
Either way,
So he's got that as well, and now I'm going to have to drop one of these on him. So I'd like this because I could get 3 potential hits here. So a 5 up, and I also need to.
Like there, Chris.
Yeah, that's perfect, mate. Oh, so it's free, luckily, but I have missed. And Steve has scattered dice to hand. It's going 8 miles away.
Taking out the buildings. Not that we're playing those rules.
Yeah, we tend not to blow up buildings just because if you had a battlefield that started losing all its terrain, I'm not kind of what sort of bat rep would that look like. So I know it's a great part of the game, but for visuals we tend to keep buildings alive. So absolutely nothing there with the Reaver, and it's going to go back to Steve. So Steve's activation, this will be your last one, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the second squadron going down range at my Reaver. So he's going to start with his Princeps because his target is this guy. You can see the yellow dice there. So he will get to reroll all his misses. Okay, so let's start with that guy.
Okay, I'm going to push for Shield Bane as well on these. It's for free, so that's 1 hit, but with a reroll, that is 2 hits. So
2 hits. Okay, so I'm going to a 4+. I'm running cool, so I'm going to push for 1 heat, 1 save, 1 fail. So 1 pip on each. Okay, you're next.
Okay, so find the next guy. So it means that he loses the yellow dice.
You've still got another gun to go.
Oh, yes, of course. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Will I Shield Bane this one? I think I will.
It was free, wasn't it?
Last one was free, so yeah.
Great. Machine Spirit.
Alright,
Roll
so,
your machine. So
2 hits first of all.
No, you Machine Spirit first.
That's a fail.
It's a fail, so that interferes the
Darn it.
activation.
So let's just quickly rack up my heat.
That was probably what he didn't want.
No, that seems to be the order of business.
Yeah.
So D6 roll.
Yep.
It's a 2.
No, take your D10. See if you pass.
I did. I
oh, you did feather. Sorry.
Yeah.
So.
Stalwart, make a repair roll for the Titan.
Oh, well,
okay.
He's got nothing wrong with him, has he?
I don't believe so.
Oh, well, he got the 1 heat.
He's got 1 heat now, yeah, just from the fact that he.
Okay, so the heat is gone. That gun is done. He's got no more activations with that time. We got there in the end.
Yep.
Okay, second one. So you're going to fire with him.
I am. So I'll lose the yellow dice, like I said.
He will lose his target bonus thing now. His Princeps will be getting no rerolls on this read.
Okay, so first gun, Shield Bane in again. So 1 heat.
1 heat.
2 hits.
2 hits. So I'm still on a 3+. Do I push? Yes, I probably will. For free, we like that. 2 more saves, wasn't it?
2 more.
On a 4+. Cock dice. Double 1.
Double reroll.
Get to reroll. For a 6 and a 4.
Right. Nice.
Good push in. So let's go 1 heat on the Fortune of War.
Okay, second gun will fire. Not Shield Bane in this one.
Okay.
But it's, you got kind of said so far you can push your Warhammer. That is
Another
2
hits. So I don't want to push. Oh no, I don't want to push now. But I'm still on 3s, and a 1 and a 2. So I actually drop 2 more shields. I have 1 left, but 1 is better than none. Okay, so you're completely activated now, aren't you?
That's right.
Okay, so I've still got. Ooh,
You've got the.
I've got
2 Reavers, haven't you?
but obviously not going to be much
And the
going on
knights.
here. So let's have a So this Reaver, no targets. We've done the Acastus, we've done this Reaver. These guys, the one poking out of range. So all I did was full stride up and see if I can get. I had to move in a straight line, so I might not be able to be 3 inches, but we'll see. And that's the turn pretty much. So we've just got the end phase to go, haven't we?
Yes.
So let's see, Steve. So I'm first player. So we'll start with mine. Let's see. Can you check if I'm within 3 inches of that objective?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, so that is objective number 2. Now I will roll a d3. So 1. It is that objective.
Okay.
All the others explode.
That literally explode, do they?
Well, no.
Good.
But they're gone. So, if I'd rolled not that a 1 or a 2, if I rolled a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, then that would have gone. Then Steve would have rolled for these objectives, and so on until we found it. But we've got it on the first roll. This is now worth 10 points. Steve has got to get over. He has got Acastus coming. So it's kills and a bonus 10 points if possible. So there's a maximum of 35 points that can be scored in this game. 25 for kills and 10 bonus. Plus any stratagems people may or may not choose. Okay, so that was turn 1 and we'll see you in turn 2. Okay, going into turn 2. I've done some good work on some shields over here. I've also managed to discover which is the key objective for this mission. Steve, for turn 2, is squadroning these two.
Yep.
This guy's running solo.
Yes.
And these two are running together as well, aren't they?
That's correct.
Okay, so one more activation for Steve this turn. Plus, we know these guys are coming on. So, first player roll off. You ready?
Ready.
I've got 7. Steve has a 4. I will take it. I think I need to be attacking first. Okay, so strats and orders complete. I'll start with Steve because he only did 1. Emergency repairs on this hound, and he got 1/6 and relit those shields.
Yeah.
Other than that, there was no orders on the Gryph side. I, on the other hand, did loads. I've got a first fire order off to cover this strip in front of me. I've got a 24-inch range down there, so that gives Steve something to think about. And I've got 2 template strength 11 melters. No orders on this Reaver. Kind of need it to think for itself. Split fire on the Acastus because you just want that +1 ballistic skill. I think that's something else maybe they get rid of. I don't think they can churn out so many dice. I think 4 pluses is probably absolutely fine. First fire on this Reaver, trying to cover these guys here, plus first fire on these missiles with a 360 arc is pretty handy. And then a full stride on these Questores if I wish them to branch out and put some pressure on this flank. Okay, so no strats were played. I think Steve's used all yours, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 1 left, 1 stratagem left to play. So that was strats and orders, and we're going to go into movement. Okay, little first fire cut in, and I'm going to go downrange with my missiles with this Reaver here at that lead warhound. You still got your shields, haven't you, for one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so target the first, see if he merges. Hitting on 5s for 1 hit.
Okay. Straight 4, aren't they?
They are, yes.
I will not merge shield.
You know what merge shield. So location will be the body. If I get 6, it's going to do a direct, right?
Yeah.
I rolled a 1. Good gamble. Well worth it. Okay, so that was the first fire, and we'll go back to more moves. Okay, movement phase overview. So you saw my first fire. That was done. My Questores has broken out on this flank, and that's because Steve has moved everything over here. I think I forced his hand in a way by not sitting on the objective with this Reaver and actually pushing forward quite aggressively, and has given him something to think about. He either goes round it or he goes through it. And through it was the choice. I'm slowly pushing up these Acastus to sort of maybe try and get that. But yeah, a lot of firepower is going to be coming in on this one Reaver. I don't know if I can reach around here, but you can see Acastus popped up right in that corner, and that's because I had this flank covered with 2 strength 11 templates, which would have absolutely melted them. So I didn't get to fire anything, but it did its job, and it stopped them getting behind me, and I see exactly where they are now. Yeah, that was it really, short and sweet. 1500 points, not that many activations. It's quite cool, it's quite quick, quite like it. Nice size game, especially now with the Acastus being more expensive. I haven't got quite as much on my list as I maybe would have had before. So that was the moves. We're going to do some repairs, and we'll do a little overview for that, and then we'll do the combat phase. Okay, so this guy, we do a little cutting on the repairs, is still in the orange, and Steve's got a roll on that table. So his shields went down last time.
Yep.
He's going to be taking damage this time.
Yeah.
He's got a 1 single strength 9 hit to the body.
And I'm pretty happy with that. Shall I roll it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
He's rolled a 6 though, so it's going to be a critical.
Excellent. Right. Alright then.
So straight into a reactor leak, Steve?
Yeah, pretty much.
Beautiful. Maybe you shouldn't have like given it a name that means I'm really hot.
Yeah, maybe that's what it. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so that was the main event for that. I've just done that. I've got a shield up and caused some heat. Steve's got a few more to do.
I have. Yeah. Well, let's try and repair that guy. He's just tried to overheat himself. Yeah.
Oh, 2-5.
Okay, so I'm actually going to cool off one of my heat and repair that
Critical damage. Yeah. Okay, not so bad.
And that's him. And then I've got this chap who's got some shield degradation.
Whoa, 5 and a 6.
He is back, baby, to full shields.
Any more repairs on your side?
No, I don't know.
No, that's good. Okay, so all in all, not so bad. No engine kills from heat, and those repairs. We're going to go into the combat phase. Okay, combat phase. I'm going with my Acastus through here into the lead warhound. So they have. I'm starting with the missiles. There is some shields. So it's 6 shots each. So it's 12 with split fire. So it'll give me +1. So I'm now hitting on 3s with rapid. Okay.
There's a lot of ones.
Do you know what? Look at that.
I don't want to rain the parade there, Chris.
2.
There's lots of 2s
2.
there. But there's lots of 6s too.
3. Oh, okay. So
still
do you know
pretty
what? It's yeah. I mean, it's still a lot, isn't it? I mean, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8.
Okay. Right. Well, I think we better push this reactor then, you know, because otherwise it's probably end of the line for these shields. Oh, marvellous.
So you do shield saves anyway.
Yep.
So push the heat up 1 and do your saves.
Okay. All right. So 1 dropped so far. 2 dropped in total.
Okay, that's
And 1
damn good
heat.
rolling.
Isn't it just? So Valerium, let me just find the right guy. So 1 heat,
Yeah.
2 shields.
2 shields, and then you take a check,
Which I pass.
which you passed. So actually, that was damn good. Let's not hate on the Acastus too much, eh?
Oh, come on. There's
No.
always room for hate.
Okay, so now I've got the flaming hot magma, which is 4 shots each, which is going to be 8. So if you can do the honours, you know. So I'm going to have 2 on the front guy, 1 on the back. So
I've got the old scatter here, Chris.
yeah. So what I'm going to do, we'll roll the hits and we'll do all the scatters off cam because it's just so many. So let's see what I can get out of this. Okay, so we've got that was a 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits and 3 scatters. So we're going to do the scatters off camera and we'll tally up total hits. Okay, so we've worked it all out. So 1 scattered miles away, 2 of them scattered over here, and you can see the dice next to the hounds. You've got 3 hits on the lead guy, 1 hit on the guy on the back. So we're going back to these guys. It works out 15 hits,
Yeah.
but you still have a shield.
1 shield.
1 shield.
On a 4 up.
So we're going to start with 5 dice and then call it there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's shield's down.
So shields are down, right? And then you've got however you would like to do this.
We're going to merge shields.
Okay, so it's 4 in total.
And I failed 1.
Failed
which I'll
1.
take on Venator Primum.
So pretty good. No damage. These guys are now shieldless, but no damage taken. And that was my massive Acastus volley done. Okay, Steve's activation, and he's going in with the squadron of hounds. The one at the rear can't see diddly, but the one in the front can. So the bolters at -2.
-2, yeah, I've set up a bit of scenery. So these will be 5s, but I'm still not within short range. So that works out as 1 hit.
Oh, 1 hit. I did get a shield back in the repair phase, but I'm on a 4+. I don't really want to be pushing at this stage. I'm just going to roll it, and I got the 5. It's safe.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the blast gun, which, funnily enough, I won't fire on maximal fire.
No.
That has got a clear line of sight. So that is 1 hit, 1 miss.
Okay, scatter away.
Scatter. That's way gone over
Way
here.
gone. Okay.
So 2 shield
2 more.
saves.
Again, I don't want to push. I'm not going to overload either at this point. Made 1, failed 1. So I have 1 void left. That was it, wasn't it, for you?
That was it.
Okay, back to me. Okay, my Reaver. I'm now going to... I was going to target these guys, but now their shield's down. Yes, I could do some damage, but I kind of have them in sights of this guy here, and I'd be needing 5s to hit. What I'm going to try and do is try and strip shields over here now. So I'm going to fire at your Princeps in the lead there. That's it. And I'm going to start with the Gatling. Oh, it's not bad. It's a good roll.
That's, yeah.
6 hits.
6 hits. Okay, I'm going to push his reactor and share shields. Reactor roll.
2 heat on the Princeps.
Every single time. Straight into the orange. Freeze.
Oh!
Shields up, sir.
Shields are up. Okay, maybe it's worth the 2 heat. Okay, I will now fire the lasers. I will shield bane it. For 2 heat. That's going to put me in the orange, I think. But I did get 2 hits out of it.
Okay, so these will be 4 ups. I won't push a reactor, but I will share the shield. 2 saves.
2 saves, damn. And my 2 heat, it does put me firmly in the orange. 1 pip away from being in the red. Okay, and his other arm, it's got a fist on it, so that's done. Okay, Steve's activation with his Princeps pack. But he's firing the guy on the left first, which is not his Princeps, at my Reaver.
The reason being is he's quite warm and he's not, so I'm going to push the reactor to shield drain the first gun. So let's do that first. That's a blank.
Nice, what you wanted.
And that is...
Oh, 2 misses, man.
Okay, in which case I'll do the other gun exactly
Yep.
the same. 1 heat, 2 hits though.
2 hits, okay, so I've got a 4+, which will go to a 5+, 2 saves. I'm going to... Am I going to?
You know you are.
I'm gonna overload my voids. So you shield bane these, didn't you?
I did.
You did. So they would actually be a 3+. And if I fail, I die, or my shields die. Do I need? Do you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have to try and keep them lit. A chance to relight them if I will. So I'm not going to push. So it's just 5 ups. Double 6. I like my new dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move swiftly on to the Princeps, the man himself. Obviously, he's too warm to shield bane, so he'll just fire his first weapon at you. That's 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay. Yeah. So I'm rolling on 4s. Again, I can't push. A 1 and a 5. Shields are now down.
It's taken a lot to do that. Right. Second gun then. That is 2 hits.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Right. Start doing some damage.
So that's going to be to the legs. 1 and 12.
So strength 8 and 12.
Sorry, no. That's
Coordinated?
14.
14. This is Fortune of War. It's a devastating hit. Ouchie. Okay, back to me. Okay, so finishing up the combat phase for turn 2. We've gone around it all. So this hound here is not facing anything, plus he had emergency repair, so won't be shooting anyway. Sarasta's hiding down here, got no targets. My guy here on the defence with first fire's got no targets. These guys have all shot. And my knights are moving up to get behind here. So all I've got left now is this Reaver.
Which you elected not to fire with, as I understand.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you saw on camera.
Well, I'm taking that back. He's going to start picking on these guys now with absolutely no shields. So part of me wants to shoot the front guy because he's got plasmas, which is very dangerous. But this guy's got flamers, which can toast these guys.
Plus he's taken some damage, that guy.
Plus he has taken some damage. What's he got? There's
+1 damage to the body.
To the body.
For a critical, which I repaired, but you still got the +1.
Okay, well, oh, man. Choices. I think the lead one is worse for me. I just think plasmas are just so dangerous, aren't they? So I'm going to pick on that guy first. But I'm going to try and hit both with my volcano cannon first. So he'll be the main target, hitting hopefully on twice.
Ready, Chris?
Yeah, just as long as it's overlapped.
Both,
yeah, perfect, thank you. Okay, so let's roll a hit. So it's a hit and 1 heat.
Light him up.
Okay, so the heat's been done. Let's roll locations. So let's do the lead one first. So it's 2 hits. Okay, it's in the flank. It's the body.
Okay.
So +1 to damage.
Not for this
one. Yeah, because I'm hitting you in the flank, so I'm getting +1.
Yeah, that's what +1.
So that turns to a 6. That turns to a 5, and it's strength 10. So it's 15, 16, which I think is 2 crits.
It certainly is.
Okay. What are we thinking? Any pluses to that? Is that +2?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I do aim shots with the lasers, they're hitting on 6s. So I'm just going to fire because I think statistically there's a great chance of hitting the body anyway. So hitting on 4s, 1 hit, 1 miss. Location. It's the head. Okay, so strength 8, get +1 to this roll, so that's a 5 because I'm in the flank. So it's a 13 in the head.
Okay, it's just direct.
Okay, and then the missiles, I will aim for the body. Aim shots, so needing 5s. 4, 2.
Yep.
Their strength 4, so I'm getting +2 for your damage.
Yep, so that's 6.
And another +1 for the flank, so +3 to whatever I roll here. So that is a 6, and that is effectively a 7. So they're what? Strength 4. So I've got a 10 and an 11.
Okay, so the 10 is direct.
Yep.
Takes the track.
Yep.
The 11 is a direct, but I've got no.
So it turns to a crit.
It turns to a crit.
So you got what? You're on your last pip.
That's correct.
Okay. And I've run out of guns.
That's fortunate.
So there's nothing more I can do.
I've just put myself into the orange with the reactor leak, so I suspect that he'll blow himself up next time.
Okay, so there's you can always turn these things into mobile weapons when they're that hot, which I always enjoy. Okay, so end phase of the round. Steve, you got any critical damage to sort out?
Yes, indeed. As I said, I have got my reactor leak, which I'm going to push up from this guy, from the guy you just whacked.
Reactor leak 2, lovely.
Yeah, it's 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's well into the orange.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it.
That's the only one. Okay, so a little overview here. Steve is taking some damage now, but these guys are still pretty strong. They're just probably not achieved as much as he would have liked. If Steve can get the initiative in turn 3, he could single ass Lupercal the whole lot and go buck wild on this Reaver.
That was the plan.
Which I would kind of like to see, but it's down to the die. I mean, he can still do it. It's just he won't be going first. So let's see. He's got these knights coming around. Still no engine kills. Turn 2 complete. We will see you in turn 3. Okay, back for turn 3. Steve has done some squadron stuff with his Lupercals. What you got going on there, Steve?
Okay, squadron of 2. Squadron of 2. And
one guy there.
the lone wolf.
Okay.
Lone
So
hound.
2, and then this guy, and this guy, and then 1. Okay. So that's the squadrons. Let's go. I think this is quite a big player one roll off now. I think Steve's hungry for it. Do you want me to roll first?
Yeah, I'll let you to roll first. Okay.
It's a 3.
Okay.
Yes! It's a 9.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Gryphonicus will take the field. So.
He'll take it. Okay, we'll see you after some strats and orders. Okay, strats and orders complete. Steve is the first player, and I might have to see if I can get around this lamp. There we go. So what he's got over here is some sneaky boys.
Sneaky booky.
And they've got a full stride order, and that was successful. That was your first, and then I went for a charge order for this guy, which I got. And then Steve, this squadron of 2, you got a first fire.
Yeah.
And then I went for a full stride order with my Princeps over there, and I rolled a 1. So I was done, which was a shame because I had big plans. Obviously I want split fires, first fires going off here. I wanted a charge order here, and yeah, I really wanted that full stride as well, because at the moment I've got these wonderful guns, and he is out the game. He had to do what he did, but he is currently out the game. And then you did no more orders, were you? You were done.
That's it.
Okay, so that was strats and orders, and we're going to go and do some moves. Okay, straight in on the movement, and Steve's opening up with his first fire on Fortune of War, my Reaver.
Okay.
So, which one are you starting with?
Start with the Princeps, doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Well, they both get a gun each, yeah.
So that's, I'm not going to target him, you've not got a great deal of damage on. Well, I could. No, you know what? No, I'm going to see what the dice roll.
Okay.
So first
2 hits.
2 hits.
Okay.
It's going to land
Shields are down.
on the head.
On the head.
Okay.
The thickest part.
Thickest part.
Got 8.
Okay, so that's 2 12s.
2 12s. That is 2 direct hits.
And plus you can't coordinate strike during the.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only in the combat phase.
Pretty sure
Coordinate
you're
strike,
right.
yeah.
So I get a second.
Another gun, yeah.
So the second guy, again I'm not going to aim. So it's just a 1 hit. This time to the body.
Body, spread it around.
And it's an 11.
11 on a Reaver is a direct hit. Okay, chipping away. And my move. Okay, so movement is done. You saw Steve's first fire. So the Thrusters are on a full stride. They've popped out on this side. And Steve's built this line, this thin grey line. All kind of pointing at this Reaver. We'll come back to that move in a minute. I am harassing the crap out of this Warhound here. I'm surprised Steve didn't turn to flame, but I think he's pretty focused on this Reaver at the moment.
Well, because you activated them towards the end of the movement phase, you had the movement to go whichever direction.
I would have
wanted,
avoided
so
it. But
it would have. I decided to try and aim at something I know I could shoot.
I shuffled the Acastus over to take aim at anything they want, really, 360. But ideally, with these guys are a big threat. This guy bimbled up. Obviously, failed his full stride order, so he's not going any further than 9. I wanted to push this guy up as well for 9, but I failed a machine spirit check when I pushed the reactor, and he just moved on 1 inch. But he's got long range, so it's not the end of the world. So my last move was the charge here. Gone 4 inches, so I'm getting 1 extra attack, and I'm going to use my fist. Where have you taken damage, Steve?
Yeah, 1 crit in the body.
Oh, was that it?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to punch you straight in the body.
Yeah, I was hoping it would explode.
Yeah, it probably will.
That's why I pushed him up.
And there was a part of me that just thought, don't do it. But I just thought, that's not Titanicus. So I'm charging and I'm going to punch it. So the fist, I don't use that often. So it's 2 attacks plus 1 for the charge distance. It's plus 1 to melee. With a weapon skill of 4. So I'm hitting you on 3s. Okay, It's melee trait, so I don't have any penalties for aimed shots, as it were. So, 1 hit.
That's all you need.
Let's get rid of that. Okay. It is. Well, I get +3 to these. Compromise. So they're strength 9, +3 to my dice roll. So it's a 7 effectively. So it's a 16, which is a crit.
Engine kill.
Which is engine kill. So roll that d10. You do actually. It's concussive as well. So I'm sure that applies. Just in case you don't, it's a 2, so you spin to the left. 45. Yeah, just in case. Yeah.
First. Yeah, it was worth. Because I get wildfire or something then.
Yeah, it could. Yes, absolutely. So it's a 10, and you're in the orange anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it would have been +1. Okay, so this is the big bada boom.
This is what I wanted to happen. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6 holes. Is it 5 for a hand?
5, mate.
5 holes.
So it's D3.
D3.
So that is 1.
So 1 + 5.
Yep.
So
that's
it's
6
It's
inches.
only, I think, going to hit
6
the
inches
2
there,
involved. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to hit this guy.
That's
Well,
really
it's 5, isn't it? Plus 1.
+1s. Yeah, is it
6.
actually? Wow.
Yeah, just
Wow.
about.
Okay.
And
What about this knight then?
let's double check that. No, he's good.
He's clear. Okay.
Right. Wow. D6 hits.
Bypassing voids.
Yeah.
At strength of your highest. No, it's
No, it's strength of the actual Titan. So
okay,
it's,
so only strength 6.
No, it's scale +1, so strength 7.
Strength 7. Okay.
Okay, so my go.
Yep.
Takes.
Oh,
Of course.
it's roll 6, and this bypasses voids.
Yeah.
Okay, this might do the work for me.
This might kill him actually. If you... So that's going to be to his head.
Okay, which is untouched.
So yep, and that is so strength. These are strength 7. 1 superficial.
Okay.
So let's line these up. Get the right Titan. So a 10
Yeah, 110.
is nothing.
Nothing. 3 11s
3 11s and 3 directs. 1, 2, 3.
and a 12.
And the 12 is also direct.
So it's
it
compromised.
takes him to compromised plus 3 damage, but no actual damage.
Okay.
Your Titan takes 2.
Takes 2. Low location.
2 legs, which is what
that's not so bad. Yeah, there's no bonuses.
So that's just a
An 11,
an 11,
which
yeah.
is 1 direct.
That's not what I wanted to happen.
No. And then that's
just
it.
a hole in the ground.
He's literally a hole in the ground. Goodbye. Engine kill.
Yes.
Okay, so that was the movement phase, I think.
Yeah, that was your charge order.
That was my charge. He was the last move of that phase. So we're going to do some repairs and see how we get on there. Okay, repairs overview. Steve, how'd it go down?
Yep, Princeps was in the orange, so rolled a dice. I took 1 strength 9 hit to the body, and I rolled superficial.
Beautiful.
Nice. And then I managed to repair again after that and drop the heat down, so that was nice.
Sweet. None of yours were really that bothered.
No,
otherwise.
dropped a bit of heat here. He's fairly damaged, Infernum, but he actually hasn't got anything to repair apart from shields. Unfortunately, I didn't get any shields.
No shields, okay. So all I did was 1 pip of heat off this guy, 1 pip of heat of this guy, so they're perfectly intact. This guy, he was in the orange. He overheated, took a strength 9 hit to the body. So he's taking damage all over the place now, and then the repairs, which is just a 6. Do I want that shield, or do I want to get rid of that heat? He's going to be getting it, isn't he, this turn? I'm going to take away one of your guns and light a shield, and he can just be. He's an absolute nuisance there in the middle. Kind of taking that centre all on his own. Okay, so that was repairs overview, and we're going to go into the combat phase. So combat phase, Steve is first player, and he's going in with these two, or a squadron, coordinated striking. on my battered Reaver, and where you want to start with?
Start this guy. We already measured off camera, and sadly about 2 mil out of the flamer template, which is unfortunate. So we'll go ahead with the heavy bolter.
Just get rid of that single shield.
Get rid of that shield, basically. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So that works out as 5 hits with the.
Are you? What was your other dice roll there? Was it a 2?
It was a 2. Yeah.
Are you within 8 inches now?
Yeah.
No, close.
No, just
no. Okay. So
5 saves.
5 saves.
With the
1, 2, 3,
rapid.
4, 5. Okay, it's that time in the game. I'm going to overload my voids. Yes, they are quite overloaded.
Spectacularly exploded.
Yeah, boom. Voids gone for absolute forever. Okay.
Okay, that's him done then. So we'll move on to his squad mate, which is this fella, and we are going to.
Oh, so is that guy? Yes.
Yeah. We're going to fire the plasma gun first, and we're going to fire that on maximal fire.
Maximal fire. Yeah. So sorry. So I said they were a squadron. Absolutely wrong. So it's that guy
and these two,
and that guy, and those two are a squadron. So yeah, maximal firing.
Yeah.
So you're getting your strength 10.
Yep.
You're getting +2 to your damage rolls.
Yep.
Is it in the flank?
I would say probably. We'll measure it up.
Okay.
In just a sec. So 2 hits coming in. That is 2 hits.
It's 4 hits.
4. And no heat from the maximal.
Okay, check that side arc.
Yep. I just need to find that template.
Maybe I've got them all.
Professional.
Okay.
All the templates already. So.
I'm thinking it is.
Yeah. It definitely is. So that
Even
is
just by looking at it. Okay, so you're getting another. You're basically getting +3 to your dice rolls.
Yeah.
And you've hit me 4 times.
That's going to be in the head.
Okay, it's fine because anywhere will do. Oh wow. Okay. So there's 6s straight away.
Yep.
So let's start with these. So strength 10. They're 2 16s.
Nice.
Okay, devastating. Goes off the track and turns into a critical hit. Okay, that's where it's at. They are 15s plus another 3, so they're 18s.
Yep.
So they are 2 critical hits. So with the 2 critical damage, plus it goes off the track 2 more times for another 2 critical damage.
Engine kill.
Engine kill.
Okay, I'm in the orange. So it's D10 plus 1.
Okay, where's that dice? Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So that becomes a
3.
You are laid low.
That
so.
is not exciting at all.
No,
so I fall.
No, you scout. You
Move.
wander off in a random D6 direction.
Okay, so I go that way.
Yep, D6 inches.
5.
So towards my kniggets. And then you
I fall over.
backwards that way into that building.
Crashing into that building. Engine kill. He had a Mortis token as well.
Sad times.
It's sad times. So Mortis tokens for his engine kill. He gets to re-roll a failed hit roll of a 1, but not anymore. Okay, good start, Steve. We knew the Reaver was going to go down at some point, but he's finally done it. Okay, back to me. Okay, I'm doing the Acastus. I'm going to pick on these Cerastus. They're very swift, they're very dangerous, and I'm going to try and get some shots on him before Steve. I mean, he might just push forward and go for it. He might duck and behind cover, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to start with the missiles. He's saving on a 2+ with these, but anything that goes through is a bonus. Okay, so these are ballistic skill 4 because I didn't get any orders off. Hitting on 4s. These are rapid as well. Okay, so we've got 3 6s, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, 9 2+ saves with your iron shields.
Failed 2.
It's failed 2, okay, so I don't know what I need, but let's roll high.
A 6 will certainly do it.
Okay, well that's a 7 and a 10.
Okay, so a 10 is a direct hit, 7 is nothing.
Okay, so 1 direct hit. Right, now we've got, what, 4 shots each, so 8.
What strength are these?
These are strength 8.
Okay, marvellous. So, before nights I have a 5-up save, but I get the
+1.
+1 for the shield.
So you're going to
These will be
4
4-ups.
plus saves. Okay, so first thing I need to do is hit. So can you center one? That guy at the front, that's perfect, that will do.
Right in the middle?
Yeah, that's fine, because I'm not going to hit.
Have you got your scatter?
Well, let's roll a hit, and then we'll do the scatters off camera, because
Gotcha.
it's bound to be loads.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, 50%.
So that's
So we've
8
got
hits already.
already. So we've got 4 to scatter. We're going to do that. Okay, so the scatter's literally scattered. So it's the 8 hits, 4 plus saves with his iron shields. Holy crap!
That's Acastus unit, I think.
So that's 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So strength 8.
Yep.
Okay, let's start with a 10.
Direct.
Okay, 2 11s.
2 devastating. Oh, sorry, no, 2 directs, which takes it to
It's
the
the end
red.
of the track. 2 13s.
Okay, that's 2 devastating, so 1 dies.
Yep.
And 1 2 1 2. Yep.
And then a 14.
Also devastating, so 2 die.
2 die in total, and a shaken test to make. Pass. Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah, Scion's alive.
Is that enough? No. 'Cause
Command 5. No.
5. No, it's a fail. So they are now shaken. So your order
Goes.
turns. No, it turns to a shaken.
Which is.
The exclamation mark.
That's really bad.
So now -3 movement, I think, or is it half movement? And -1.
Yeah.
So we'll double check, but they are shaken. So that actually was a pretty good round of shooting, and that was my activation. So yeah, these guys are shaken. It's -3 to the movement, -1 to ballistic skill, and the full strike order is gone. Okay, so Steve's cracking on with his 2 guys with the laser blasters squadron.
Yeah.
Attacking the Acastus with a coordinated strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thrice cursed Acastus. And we're going to start with this guy. He's not the Princeps. He is going to Shield Bane.
Okay, so strength 8 with 2 Acastus. I would have a 6 up save. With Shieldbane, I will have no save.
Okay, so let's find the right dice.
1 8.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just can't believe it.
I'm going to do exactly the same for the next one.
He's going to push the crap out.
Okay,
One
one
hit,
hit, one hit.
one hit,
Puts him into
okay.
the orange.
Okay, so no save. It's coordinated strike with a Lupercal, so strength 10. So it's a 14, which is a devastating direct hit.
If you listen to Games Workshop, this is ridiculous. These guys are far too tough, even with their new points increase.
Yes, I'd have to agree.
And the next guy,
Yeah, the Princeps.
who is a bit too hot, he's not going to Shield Bane, so first gun, 2 hits.
Okay,
you
2
get 2
hits. So I
saves,
get
6
2
moves.
saves. Don't roll double 6, Chris. He's rolled 1 6. 1 goes 3.
So that's going to be another
13.
direct, isn't it?
It's another direct, yeah.
Okay, and the second
1
gun,
more gun.
2
2 more hits. Okay, being really obnoxious, rolling another 6.
Ah.
Oh, okay, so that's a 16, which is a devastating.
See, like, I can't even get a crit.
Can't even get a
under
crit.
Strength 8, can you?
No, not at all.
Under Strength 9, sorry.
2 pips left on one of these. Okay, that was your activation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, back to me. Okay, I'm going in with my knights into the flank of this hound. I'm going to start with the battle cannon guy. I think I get a +1 at short range. I do, which is 8 inches. Steve, could you check the range of the rear knight for me?
Definitely. Yeah, well.
Yeah, okay, so knights don't block line of sight from knights. So a ballistic of 4, 2 hits in the flank. So I'm getting +1 to these. Let's roll location.
Are these Inferno guns?
No, this is the. So I've got one guy with a battle cannon.
Oh, sorry.
So that's
I
about
did say
cannon.
it's D10, isn't it?
And then I've got all kinds of fusion and melter on the other 2 guys. So I probably should start with them first. But so it's a weapon. Okay, so it's only going to be the bolter. It's the only one I can see.
Oh yeah, of course.
Cannot hit a part of the body that you cannot see. So I think they're strength 4. So ignore that 1.
It's only a 9 to damage if I can make a bolter.
Yeah, so strength 5.
So yeah,
It's 10 +1 in the flank, so it's an 11.
it's definitely down.
So that's not the end of the world. Okay, I've also got 2 thermal cannons. I'm in half range at 6 inches for both, perhaps.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm in melter range, so I'm needing no bonuses to hit, so 4s to hit for 1 hit, 1 miss. So roll location, which is the head.
That's where you wanted it. You're getting +3
That's
to
right.
this.
Am I getting +3? Okay. This has got the fusion rule, so it's a D10. It's a 2.
Okay.
So, and their strength, what, 8? So 8, so it's 10, so it's an 11, and then
14.
flank.
So it's 10 for flank. Sorry, 10 with the damage, +1 for flank.
Yeah,
11,
11.
+3 for my damage.
14.
14. Which is, well, it's going to be a critical.
Critical in the head.
Yeah, I've got no track there.
Okay, and then these guys have so any of those are within 3 inches, Steve? I think the front one is.
Yeah.
So you're going to take an automatic strength 8 hit from the little melter gun.
It's a mini melter.
Mini melter. So it's the leg,
Yeah.
and that's a 5 because I'm in the flank, so
Yep.
I get +1. So it's a 13.
Okay, that'll be a devastating hit then.
Okay, so not much done, but good enough. The weapon taken out is pretty handy. Back to Steve. Okay, Steve's actually out of activations. So I've got my last Reaver here going down range and try and take out this Warhound. So did you say it was your body that's compromised?
Head.
The head is compromised. Let's fire the Volcano. If you can stick that at the rear, away from me, sort of further the air, as long as it's over the top.
Not like that.
No, not like that. So it's 2 heat. That is a hit, but House of Pain is nice and cool. We can take that 2 all day long. So, location. It's the legs.
Okay, +1 to this.
+1, so I'm getting +2 because it's in the flank as well. So that's a 3 and a 6, and their strength 10.
Okay.
So 13, 16.
So the legs, yeah?
Legs.
So 13 is devastating. 16 is critical, so I can't complete it. So 600.
2 crits. Okay. So you've got 2 crits in the legs, 1 crit in the head,
Yep.
but the head is compromised.
Yeah. Well, so is the legs, obviously.
Okay, let's go missiles, aim shots to the head for 1 hit. So strength 4 +3 for damage being compromised.
Yes, +1 for flank.
+1 for flank, so it's +4, so that's a 9. I don't think that's enough.
No, needed
Okay.
11 for the head.
Do I go greedy and aim shots with the laser? I'd need 6s because it's -1 at long range. I'm just going to shoot. Just going to shoot, hitting on 4s. For 1. Would have got my 1 aim shot, but alas. Okay, so location is the body.
+1.
+1, and in the flank, so it's +2. So it's effectively strength 10, so it's 16.
That's a critical hit.
And a crits all over that Warhound, but no engine kill. Okay, that is the end of the combat phase. End phase damage. I've got no critical damage.
I've got this guy's he's got all the damage.
All the damage.
So reactor leak first of all.
Yep.
So just bringing that one across.
Mm-hmm.
And stabilizers and locomotor C's. So
Okay.
he does a little
He's going to have a little pirouette,
little
spin.
pirouette around if I find a dice. There we go. To his left, which is actually suits me quite fine.
Okay. And there's a half speed as well.
Yep.
Okay. So at the end of that phase, we've got 1 engine kill each, but Steve's got a Reaper. I've taken a Hound. I've taken 50% of his Acastus, and the bonus 10 points is untouched. Now you could play this game and ignore that 10 points if you get enough kills, but that 10 points is a sweetener. So let's see, going into turn 4. Okay, going into turn 4. I know it feels maybe that I'm got the upper hand, but it's actually level on points at the moment. It is a draw. There are 10 bonus points up for grabs for anyone that can hold that objective. Plus there is more engine kills to be had. So initiative roll off, first player roll off, whatever you want to call it. I've got a 2. Steve's got a 9. He's done a little fist pump.
I will definitely be taking it.
Just to let you know as well, that is a single hound, and that is a squadron of 3. And Steve will be taking the initiative. We'll see you after strats and orders. Okay, turn 4, strats and orders completed. So it all went pretty bad. Firstly, Steve did get rid of the shaken on these guys. No orders for the squadron here, but the one he really wanted was first fire and failed it, which was pretty bad because now I've got a charge on these guys. No orders on my 2 reavers, but I've gone for a first fire on these. I'm almost regretting it now because I feel like I needed to push up for that objective, but got a bit greedy. So first fire on those guys. So that is strats and orders. No strats played. Steve's got none. I've still got 1, which I may or may not use. And we're going to go into some moves. Okay, turn 4, movement cut in. I'm going to first fire these, and I'm going to barrage fire the missiles onto this hound. I do believe they have barrage. They do. So no aiming. And I will be hitting on 5s because I've got +1 to my ballistic skill. So 12 dice. Let's try and see if I can get this in one hand whilst holding the camera. 3, 6, 9, 12. It is so damaged that strength 4 missiles could take this out. Okay, so pot luck. So we've got 4 there and a rapid for 5, so I'll take one of them. Location is the legs.
That's exactly what we wanted.
That is pretty good. So I'm getting
7.
So these are strength 7 effectively. I'm getting +3.
You need to roll anything but 1s and 2s. And he's dead. Dead.
We've got plenty. So engine kill. Is it hot, Steve?
No.
It's not hot. Okay, roll that d10. Engine kill.
Engine kill.
3. Laid low.
So has a little stagger around.
Okay.
Little side step.
That way.
6 inches.
6 inches.
And then it shouldn't hit anything if it falls anyway. It lands exactly where it is and goes down. Okay, that clears that hound, and we're going to continue with our moves. Okay, movement overview. Push this reaver up here. These guys are stationary because they had the first fire, and this reaver's come around this flank, and that is because these Cerastus have come around this building, the 2 that are left. Steve's pushed his hounds and he's tried coming around here, trying to break out that corner, which he hasn't managed to do. But I still had enough charge with a 10-inch move to get one guy within a 2-inch reach. That was the last move, so we'll roll for that in a minute. So it's +3 to his attacks, and I've got eyes on targets all over the board, but I'm not holding this objective, but there could be some kills here. We'll see. Okay, so we got this charge with a Questoris melee weapon, so I think they just have 1 attack basic, and then +3 for the charge. Now has that guy got damage, Steve? That's your Princeps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No damage.
No damage at all, absolutely untouched. So I'm gonna strength 7, I'm in the flank, so I'm getting +1. Strength 8, do I take out your legs? Or do I go for the body, which is the softest part, try and get some kills? So let's go for the body. Let's try and hit. So they have a weapon skill of 3. I'm getting +1 to hit on 2s. So 4 4s, all hit. So strength 7 +1. So get rid of that one. So 2 10s.
This is body.
Yeah.
2 drugs.
And 1 11. So +1 to all of these.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was the charge, and that was the movement phase. So we're going to do repairs, and we'll give you an overview. Okay, so repairs overview. Basically, there was some heat cooled all around the place, but the main thing here was Steve's Princeps, who went into the orange for his movement, took strength 9 hit to the body.
Yep. As did this guy.
And that guy. And this guy's now compromised?
No one's compromised. Yeah, he's compromised himself.
He's compromised and took a crit, but in his repair roll got rid of the crit. This guy just took a couple of pips of damage, didn't he?
Yeah.
And my two. I'm going to roll for 2 titans, and they're okay. So we're now going into combat phase. So Steve's kicking off. He's got a squadron. He's coordinated strike with these two.
Against the Acastus.
Acastus, yeah.
And this guy's going to fire at Castorus.
I mean, once you do these two first, I think you could nominate that guy after. But let's.
I think
that's probably how it's going to work out.
Yeah,
but I think start with the ones.
So we'll start with this guy at the back. So the heavy bolts are in range.
Yep.
So let's give them a shot. Why the devil not? Oh, I don't know if I can actually damage you, can I?
Castus, yes, on 10s, direct.
Okay, so these will be freeze. So a total of 7 hits.
7 hits,
Seven
okay.
hits.
So their strength
4,
and I have 2 of them. So I've got 4 plus saves. I've made 5, dropped 2.
So with the 6s, that's 1.
Yes, you're getting +2 to these as well, because they're coordinated.
Yep.
So what is that 4, not anything? 4 plus 2 is 6, plus strength 4 is 10.
Yeah.
So we've got 1 direct.
Yeah, that's a 10, isn't it?
Yeah, and the other one is...
It's going to be a
12.
12, yeah.
Which is another direct. I am literally at the end of my track.
Okay.
So we could do at least 1.
So we're going to declare, we'll do the maximal fire on the plus blast gun.
Yeah,
we're going to place it right on top of this guy's head.
Yeah.
Okay, that is 1 hit. That is 2 hits. No heat.
1's a miss, because it's -1 at long range.
Oh, yes, of course, sorry.
So 1 will scatter.
Let's do the scatter quickly. Keep forgetting about that -1.
It is a -1 for long range. Here you go.
D10, mate. Okay.
That way,
over there
7 inches.
So it's 2 hits.
2 hits, so these are strength 10 plus 2 to your dice rolls.
Strength 10 for maximal.
Yep.
Plus 2 for coordinate strikes.
Yep.
So he's strength 12, a 14,
Yep.
and a 17.
Okay, that's 2 dead. So the 14 is enough to take the track off, which kills 1, and then the 17 is a critical hit, which takes the other one. Steve, I'm sure, is
You
very
have no idea how happy that makes me.
I mean, it's almost as good as an engine kill. Maybe even more satisfying.
I think it is more satisfying.
Okay, so fantastic roll.
This guy's got no shots now because he targeted them and
Yeah.
they're dead. So I'm going to fire the turbo laser destructors at these 2 here. Now, at this strength 8 of 3 knights, how many do they get a save?
Questoris, strength 8, and there's what, 3 of them?
There is.
They get a 6 up.
Okay.
Unless you shield main.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but he's pretty darn hot.
I would maybe just go with it.
So I'm going to go with 1 at least. So we'll start with
doing it.
we'll start with the first one. No, but you have a great ability to roll 6s. Oh, brilliant! So
It's 2 heat.
So he's well back into the orange, which is nice.
And 1 hit.
And 1 hit.
So no saves for me.
Okay. So he's a strength 8.
Yeah.
12.
12 is a direct hit. I am at the end of my track.
Okay, the next shot, which will not be using the shield beam, gets 1 hit again.
No save.
Okay, so this will be a 12 again.
12 again, kills 1.
Cool. So you want to foul your shaking check now.
Right. Okay.
If you would be so kind.
So I have a D10 somewhere. Alright, okay, here we go. Sign's still alive. It's a 10, it's a pass.
Very much happy about it.
So the sign is the checky guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to lose the battle cannon because I want all that
Melt to love.
melt to goodness.
Yes.
Okay, so that was your squadron done, wasn't it?
Yep.
Very efficient indeed. Okay, going with my Princeps Reaver at these guys. Let's start with the bolt. Can you check the range for us, please, Steve? I don't think I'm getting any bonuses to hits with the bolters. 8 inches.
9 inches.
No, so 2, 4, 6. You have 2 of them, and these are strength 4, so I imagine you're still on 2 up save. So 4 hits, 2 misses.
Plus 2 for the shield.
Plus 1.
It's freeze then. Strength 4, 2 knights, freeze. How many was that, sorry?
4.
4. Failed 1.
Failed 1. So, don't know, I need a 6 probably. I rolled a 2. Absolutely nothing. Okay, here we go. So we're going in with the big shots now. So the first one, I'm going to put it on that closest guy.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of these melted majigs.
Metal jiggers.
3 up.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 2 hits.
Yeah.
Am I within 12 inches for fusion?
Definitely.
Okay, so the first one is 11, 16.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a critical hit. So they're both dead.
They are both dead from that.
Yeah.
And the second one was an 8, so 19.
Yeah, I had 1 pip left and the critical.
Okay, so he did his job of taking out those Acastus. And that was all your activations, wasn't it?
Yes.
You just got the squadron left.
Yep.
So I'm going to go straight into these knights. I'm going to... Where's that guy damaged? In the body?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with my melee weapon.
Mm-hmm.
In the body, got 1 attack. I'm going to target, hit on a 2. Hits, I'm getting plus 3 to this. So it's a 13, it's strength 7, plus 6
Okay.
on the body.
So what's the total, sorry?
13.
Okay, well, I've got no...
Devastating. So it goes to a crit.
2 crits, isn't it? Because I can't play a track with.
No, so it's 1 crit. If the tracks run out, it's
Oh,
1
right,
crit. So I've got a melter which automatically hits. So let's go location and strength 8. It's the head, superficial.
Okay.
I now have 2, what do they call them, thermal cannons to fire at. So one is going to be using his ballistic skill at the back, which misses, and the other one's going to use his weapon skill, which hits. Okay, and location for that. Ignore that because I need a D10. So it's the weapon, and it will be this gun here because that's the one I can see. And it is a 4 plus 8, which is 12, plus on the side, which is 13. Disables that laser. Okay, and then I've got another Reaver. Okay, my last activation, my Reaver's going down range at this guy here. So he's got full shield, so I'm going to start...
Not full, I'm 1 down.
Oh, he's 1 down. Okay, well, I'm going to start with my missiles. Can you check the range for me? Because I might be getting plus 1.
You are 30 exactly.
30 exactly, which is, I do believe, short range. Has to be over 30. So hitting on 3s. 4. 1 dice down. 3 hits.
Okay, I'm not going to push because I'm already extremely warm. And I fell 1.
Fails 1. The lasers, I'm going to need 6s. I'm quite warm, so I'm not going to push. I get 1 hit at that range. No, 2 hits.
Oh.
Sorry, 5 and a 6.
Shields are down.
Shields are down. And then let's whack this over the top. It's free, but it's a miss. Okay, so scatter.
Okay.
Where's that going? Is that going to hit your mate?
It's close, but it's
No
right
cigar.
close.
Okay, so I think that's the end of turn 4.
Yeah.
So by taking out those Acastus is massive for Steve because that was a lot of my firepower. With the points increase, when you lose them, you definitely feel it a lot more, especially at 1500 points. I actually have 2 Titans, Steve has 3, and no one is claiming this objective. Do you have any?
Lots.
Critical damage?
Actually, not that bad. I have 1 reactor leak on this guy, and I think that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. So end of turn 4. First player rolls. Does the game continue? On a 9 or 10, the game will stop.
7.
It's game 7. Game continues. Turn 5. Okay, going into a turn 5. Still all to play for. Initiative roll off. First player roll off. I have rolled a 6. Steve has rolled a 5. I'm going to have to. Steve's actually clawed this back quite well. I'm going to have to take the advantage because I need to kill those hounds. We'll see after some strats. So all that happened in the orders phase is Steve emergency repaired with his Princeps, but all he did was clear 1 heat, and I think he's still in the orange. And I got the charge order off with the knights. There was no other orders to be played in this turn. So we're going to do some moves. Steve, you're first player, yeah?
No.
No, I'm first player, of course I am. Damn. Okay, this is going to really hurt then. And we're going to get into it. Okay, so movement cut in. I've taken my charging Questoris up here to take out this guy. This guy's so badly damaged in the body that I think he might even kill himself. So got the charge off. I'm getting +2 from the shortest distance. And let's go with the melee. So it's +2. And then they've got 1 attack each.
This guy moved the furthest and he's in the rear, don't forget.
Okay, so I will give him the extra attacks. And you still only measure from the closest distance, so it's still only 2 extra. Still, it was 7 inches from closest bit.
Extra damage.
Okay, so let's roll to hit. Where are you damaged? Anywhere?
He's taken a damage to the body, which is just a +1.
Okay, let's go to the body then. 2s. 3 hits. So the strength 7. I'm getting +1 from the body, you say? So and +2 for the rear. So it's +3 to all these. So superficial. So it's 10, 12, and a 14.
Okay, so the 12 is a direct, the 14 is critical.
Okay, and it's at the end of its track now. So I've got the other guy. He's going to have 1 attack. It's a flank attack into the body, which misses. And he survives for now. Back to moves. Okay, movement complete, and Steve's took himself out of that charge and turned to face, and then we've all just kind of bundled in to try for that 10 points. The problem is Steve's guys are running so hot they might not even survive. It's a 10-point grab, being on the back foot. So we've got some orange stuff to roll for, haven't we?
And some red.
And some red. Okay, so I'm going to start off. We'll film the repair phase. I'll start off with House of Pain being first player for a 4 and a 6, just to get rid of all his heat. And now Steve. So, side note, I think we forgot to say that all Steve's hounds were running independently. They are not squadroned at all this phase. Which one would you like to pick?
Start the guy in the red.
Okay.
Okay, so power failure.
Yep.
Which he hasn't got any shields.
No.
So
D3.
D3 strength 9 hits to the body. That is just the one. And that is unfortunately a critical hit, which will put me further into the heat.
Takes his first critical though.
And repair phase, I managed to drop 1 heat.
Gets him out of the heat. Okay, so I have no other repairs to do.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay, so he did have damage, sorry. So he's actually now taken 2 more criticals to the body. He's on his last peg. Steve, which one are you going to go for next?
This guy, he's in the orange. 1, so
1.
strength 9 hit. Okay. That's a 14.
It's another critical?
Another critical, absolutely. He's already taken 1. So
he's taken 2 criticals now.
My shields, which I did have, are now gone.
And then you got this guy.
Actually, I rolled a... Yeah, to the bypass. But my shields just burnt out, so they're gone. So can he repair anything? 2 heat, that's all he can do.
Okay, so this guy is taking damage. Was that the one you just done?
Yeah.
So he's now VSG burnout from his crit, and now you've got your Princeps.
Yep, he's also in the orange. He has actually got active shields, so he rolled power failure, so I've just lose all my shields.
His shields drop. Okay.
And trying to repair him. I get 1/6. And also try and raise his shield.
Taking the shields up. Going for those 10 points. He's hanging on. Okay.
So fire, they're just so haggard.
So end of the repair phase. We're going into combat phase. Okay, turn 5 combat phase, and I'm enacting my last stratagem, which is Tracer Cloud. Play this stratagem at the start of any phase, which will be the combat phase. Place the 5-inch blast marker anywhere on the battlefield. A player may re-roll hit rolls for attacks made against any unit underneath the marker. Remove the blast marker at the end of the round. Now the bit I don't like about this is this stratagem can be purchased multiple times. However, it can only be played once per round. You could use this 3 rounds in a row and just re-roll hits on something that you want to re-roll hits on. Team that up with Acastus. Warlords. Okay, so I want to target, I think I'm going to put it over that Warhound because I think those knights are going to need to re-roll hits.
I wouldn't worry about that.
So well, they've only got a single 4 with 2 guns.
But you only need to hit once.
We've only got 2 shots, so re-rolls for that will be point. So that is now Tracer Cloud, and I'm re-rolling hits against that unit. Okay, so we could just leave that template on.
So it doesn't scatter?
No, so you just put it down.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you just put it down. Yeah. Okay, so that is that stratagem played. I'm now going to start with the knights before they get blown off the table. So I have 2 shots with my fusion thermal cannons, hitting on 4s. Wherever you, I need to hit you in the body, don't I?
Yep.
Right. So I might aim this for re-rolls, and so he needs to go. So I'm going to aim shots into the body, needing 6s. 2 misses using the stratagem. 2 1s. It did not pay off, but that stratagem could be so effective just for anything. Okay, so that's my activation over. I didn't get what I wanted.
Alright.
Okay, Canis Canem is going into my Princeps, who is fully voided.
Yeah, why not? So the heavy bolter hitting on 2s. So an extra 2.
Extra 2, 6 hits.
So 6 hits. Excellent.
3, 4, 5, 6. I am cool, so I will push my reactor for 1.
You've got 8 dice, haven't you?
I have. So we have those 4 saves, 2 rerolls for a full house.
Okay. I'm not going to fire the other weapon.
No, well, I mean, it's not going to do anything, is it?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go in with this guy. Now I'm going to do this guy, my Princeps, into the flank of this guy here. Where are you damaged?
Everywhere, but no, okay. just the body on him.
Okay, so I can't use my Vulcans because too close.
Aren't you smaller than me? Oh yes, that's right.
You're smaller than me, yeah.
That's
so let's just go for 1 hit, which is 2 hits, using the thermal. So
well, actually, he has 1 shield.
You have a shield.
I managed to raise it.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
Which makes it.
Yeah.
Okay. But I hit you twice, so you got run on.
Oh.
There it goes. Okay, let's fire the other one and hope this one can do something.
Yeah.
Another 2 hits. Okay, location is the body. Right, that's where you're smoked, isn't it?
That's him done.
Oh, it's a 2.
Okay.
But it's strength 11.
+3.
And in the flank. +3. It's critical, isn't it?
Okay, so no critical, so dun.
And next one is an 8. Has another critical.
Dead.
That is engine kill. And you're in the orange?
Yep.
So it's D10 +1.
Engine kill.
5. Wildfire.
Okay, spins.
Away.
To face.
Let's go 5.
Shoots at the nearest enemy in arc.
Going to be. I'm just going to do that quick. So you are 17.
Mhm.
You're going to be well. Yeah. Oh, 18, 19. So this guy.
Yep.
Let's go 5.
2 shots and 2 shots.
1
hit. Saved it.
1 hit.
Another hit. Saved it. And then crashes to the ground.
Yeah, hopefully backwards. Yeah.
It is into this thing here.
Oh, okay.
So going at that angle there into this, and then is dead. Okay, you've activated all but this one, haven't you?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do this guy now. downrange into this guy. I'm going to check for. Okay, House of Pain going downrange. I'm going to start with the Volcano for a hit and 1 heat. So let's roll. Shields are down?
Yeah.
Shields are down.
I managed to bring all of my shields down myself, pretty much.
It's the leg.
Yeah.
Have you taken any damage in the leg yet?
Not yet.
No. So he's in the flanks, he's a +1. So it's 13 and a 14.
Okay, 13's devastating. 14's also devastating.
Okay, and I've got +3 on the body.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go for aim shots with the missiles. Could you check the range for me? I don't think I'm getting +1.
You are 25 inches.
25, so no. So aim shots 5s for 1. There's 1/6 there. That's all I need if I can get it through. So it's 4. So I'm getting +3 for being compromised, plus another 1. So it's +4 to this dice roll. Superficial. Let's go aim shots into the body with the lasers. I will need 6s. I'll get 1. Okay, I just need to roll a 2+. Okay, no engine kill. Back to Steve. Okay, Steve taking on these Questoris, which failed to kill it.
Right. I can't shield beam because I'm 2-1.
No,
so
I mean, to be honest, I've only got 2 of them now. So, strength 8. Oh, I'm still getting a 6 up actually.
Yeah.
2. But I mean, 6 up, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So first one.
1 hit. No save.
Hey,
Oh,
so
8,
that's
14. That is a devastating hit.
Okay, second weapon. Just once. I'd like to hit twice.
No save.
That is 11.
11. That is a direct. I'm at the end of my track, but not toast. And I think that's all our activations, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I have no critical damage.
Oh,
You
I
must
have
have
all
some.
of them. So reactor leak on this guy. Just take some up one.
Which one's that, Steve?
That is this guy.
This guy here.
And this fella.
Reactor leak 2.
Yeah,
He's going in the red.
Well, he goes off the track. So he takes some damage, doesn't he?
Takes a strength 9 hit to the body.
Okay, so roll a dice. Initial roll a 1, he dies.
Oh, you roll. It's your time.
He dies.
That's engine kill. He blows himself up from his critical damage.
So in the red, D10 plus 2.
It's +3. It's
Plus
in the red.
3.
Yeah.
So that's only a
5.
which is a bit of a shame.
Disappointing.
I'm going to turn around and shoot him in the back. You watch.
Engine kill.
No, he
He faces that way.
goes that way.
Pew pew pew,
Pew, pew, pew.
and then falls over. Straightforward.
Off the board.
And dies. That is the end of turn 5. Does the game continue? On a 5+, the game ends. It's a 9. The game is over. Steve's got
Kind of relieved.
1 Warhound left. I've also got the objective as well. So
Crushing defeat.
it was a crushing defeat. We'll top things up and I'll have a word with you in a minute. Okay, so that was the game, and as you can see, it was quite a decisive victory in the end for Mortis, even though up until turn 4 Steve had plenty of hounds to play with. So the scores for that game, consult my little piece of paper. So we're using the Sanders chart, as I call it, with the percentage for kills, and obviously the 10 points bonus. So Gryphonicus, Steve, scored 10 points for kills, for the 26 to 50% ratio, and I scored 35 points in total. I got the full 25 points for kill ratio, which is a 76 to 100%, and I got an extra 10 points bonus for holding the mystery objective that we had to find. I would have liked the game if I hadn't necessarily found the objective on the first roll, just so you could see the mission mechanic. But we did, and that's how it was, and you can't kind of, just make things up. So another objective style game using the percentage of kills chart. So I think that's our 3rd one now, so it'd be interesting to see what you think of these games. Are you playing them yourselves? Do they make good videos? The other thing I want to talk about is, so this video at the end, I've had to re-record because G-Dubs obviously dropped the 1.1 FAQ for Titanicus, and then they made additions to it, and I'm pretty sure they didn't tell anyone. So it was only after filming, flicking through the Facebook AT groups, someone put, they've made changes. I was like, oh okay, have they? So I had a look, and they had made changes to something we used in this game. So the first thing we wanted to showcase was the points for the Acastus. Now, that's absolutely fine, that was no problem at all. They're still very efficient because the rules haven't changed. There's no change in the way they work or what they can do. Obviously you're limited to 2 in a banner now, but 2's still really good. The points, yeah, okay, it's fine. I mean, it's one game, so it's hard to tell how efficient that is as far as fixing them or whatever. For the game, it's a welcome step in the right direction. You may have noticed that Steve is absolutely petrified of them, even though it didn't stop him using them himself at the Legio walks. So in that game, you could probably see Steve skirting back, going around the edges, trying to avoid them rather than taking on my force head on. Maybe if he was a bit more aggressive, got out there quicker, he would have stood more chance. I was able to kind of pick him off bit by bit. Because when he came down to it, when he got that plasma strike off with coordinated strike, you know, my track was full, he got the crits, he actually killed them both in one shot in the end. So maybe if Steve was a bit more aggressive, maybe if he took on the flank where I had the Questoris, started coming around that way, he might have been okay. But so Acastus, yeah, points change, still very effective. You know, they weren't engine killing as such, but you know, they can still strip shields and let your Titans do the work. So working with Titans, they're still very, very good. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about was the new strats in here. So the one I wanted to showcase, and the reason I wanted to showcase it is because in this previous video I did a little 5-minute rant about how overpowered tracer clouds are. And as you saw in that report, the rules say you can throw that stratagem down at the beginning of any phase. So you do it at the beginning of the combat phase, and your target's not going to get out of the way, and it's re-rolls for days with everything. So ridiculous. Didn't impact that game. I felt in control. I didn't want to batter Steve anymore in the last few turns. So I was using it as a clutch move with those knights to get those re-rolls to try and get an engine kill. I mean, it's still re-rolls, but I could have fired, you know, you put something, tracer cloud on something, and everything you shoot it. Now, this is where the FAQ of the FAQ came in, and now you have to play that during the strategy phase. So you put down the tracer clouds, and then things move into it, so you can avoid it, but you can use areas to block off. If you want to move into this area, I'm getting re-rolls. It's a great fix, I haven't got a problem with it, because you can use that stratagem multiple times, you can purchase it multiple times even. I think it's a good fix. I think I saw a couple of people saying it's useless. Yeah, do you know what? It's probably not useless, but I'm glad it's not as powerful as it was. So they've done that for Tracer Cloud and Concealment Barrage, which is in the new book. So welcome fixes. I'll be happy to use them in future games and not have to worry about it. So this is the re-recording of the end of the battle because of the FAQ of the FAQ. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's quite a snappy little game. I quite like 1500 points. That was us. I'm also going to say this weekend, this is when the video should be dropping, it's our birthday. We dropped a terrible bat rep this time last year, and we're still doing it. So I'd like to thank anyone that's watched our videos, and a massive thank you to anyone that's subscribed. We need subscribers. If we don't see people who are enjoying the videos or watching the videos, there's really no point in us making them. We enjoy it as a hobby. It's a fun thing to do on top of building, painting, doing terrain, is sharing your hobby with other people. So a massive thank you to anyone that's supported us. A huge thank you to anyone that's purchased t-shirts and dice off my Instagram page. All those proceeds are going to like new terrain, and hopefully in the future I can afford a better computer and I can actually do some better editing, because that's the struggle at the moment. So massive thank you to anyone that's watching our videos and backing us. And we'll see you next time for more thrills, more spills and more engine kills.